welcome back to the Tarot Cottage. My name is Amy. I'm back today with a pick a card reading for you. I want to say a big welcome back to my beautiful returning subscribers. Thank you guys so much for your support of me and your support of each other. A special thank you to everyone who has reached out to me on Etsy and Instagram. I'm so happy to have had a chance to connect with you guys in such a personal way. So thank you guys so much for trusting me with some of your questions and with some of your readings as well. If you have found yourself here for the very first time, we would love to welcome you to this space. I do pick a card readings on this channel. So if you're into tarot, if you're into growing your spirituality or seeking information from your higher self, then please join us and grab yourself a cup of tea and some snacks and hunker down, because we're going to have a little chat as we gather around. We're all friends when we gather at my table. Today's pick a card reading, we're looking at a person on your mind, and we're asking Spirit the question, is it really over? Or are they going to make contact with you? So is this connection over? Should you move forward? Are they going to contact you? We have 3 piles for you to choose from today. We have pile number 1 here with the Rose card, the Rose of Hope perhaps, and the Green Adventurine. We have the 4-leaf clover, and we have the clear quartz, and pile number 3 is the pineapple, and we have the red jasper. So whichever pile or piles are calling out to you, there may be a message waiting for you from Spirit today, and I am going to jump right into pile number 1. Again, today we're asking the question, is it really over? What does the future of this connection hold? Is this person going to reach out to you, or should you move forward? Pile number 1. Hello everybody. In pile number 1, you are drawn to the Green Adventurine tumbled stone, or perhaps to the Rose card here. And this is your reading. The future of this connection, is it really over, or will they make contact with you? The rose says romance is in the air, and it's a rose of hope. It's a red rose. There are thorns on it as well on the stem of this rose. So this could actually even be a name that is significant to the connection as well. So let's take a look at this connection as it stands. What are their current feelings for you? We're going to start with current feelings, and then we're going to look at the future. Is it really over? Will they make contact? Is it really over? How are they currently feeling right this moment, please, for pile number 1? 5 of Wands. The Empress. And we have the Knight of Wands. Back of the deck is the 5 of Cups. We're going to do a 3-card spread for the feelings today. This 5 of Pentacles is really the ousting, it's the separation. They are still very much focused on you. There's a lot of energy surrounding the Empress, specifically in the center of the reading, because it means that they put you on a pedestal, and that's where you will stay. Like, the Empress is on her throne for a reason. There's motherhood surrounding this Empress energy for me right now too, though. So take that as it resonates. It feels like you're in a different place in your life than this person is at this time. And they get jealous when they think, especially if you're in another relationship, they get really jealous about that. They get jealous about anyone who gets to be in your experience. We have here the World reversed. It's also coming out with the 6 of Pentacles reversed, which means they feel like they're kind of stuck in a bit of a loop, a karmic cycle with you. It does feel like they have taken the path of least resistance with this connection and the easy road, which has sort of led them to this point. It's like they were always afraid to jump, to create change, to create permanent change or reveal themselves in some way. And now they could sort of be avoiding that change because of your position. They don't want to create havoc in your life, because I am looking at the Tower on the back of this deck. Can we clarify, please, the Knight of Wands? They're frustrated because there's been so much unfinished business between the two of you. We also have the 10 of Wands. Back of the deck is the 4 of Swords, and we do have the 4 of Wands. Sort of on conflicting energies here with the 4 of Swords and the 4 of Wands, because one is a card of retreat and rest and healing, and the other one is action. It's like, I want to walk through a doorway with you. So they're very... to be honest, in the media energy, they are considering a leap. They do want to create movement in the future of the situation. They just, it's like they haven't worked out the unknowns yet. They haven't worked out the practical steps. They do perceive hurdles, one of the hurdles being perhaps your position. So please take that as it resonates. Can we clarify that Knight of Wands, please? How are they currently feeling? We have the Six of Cups reversed. So that's what they're struggling with the Six of Cups. It's like they're wondering if it's unrealistic for them to hope for this, or if it's naive for them to hope for this. Their ego plays a role in that. The ego uses these types of fear to keep us in place and keep us from acting, because, you know, but nothing changes if nothing changes. We'll never know unless we take the hurdle and take that leap. Back of the deck is the Magician, though. So they're trying to control their impulses and coming towards you because they want to control the outcome. It's like they want to be able to not have it I don't want to keep using the word like control, but they don't want to lose control of the situation. They want to keep the upper hand so that they can maintain their ego in a safe place. How do they currently feel, please, about pile number one? What are their current feelings towards this connection and how it stands right this moment? For pile number one, please. We have the Sea Witch, and she is reversed. There is a sense, again, children. I don't know, children are a big theme here. So you, again, could be a mother. You could be, there could be children within the dynamics of this connection in some way. I don't think that you have children with this person, but of course that I'm dealing with collective energy, so please apply it to your situation. The Sea Witch, though, is talking about a certain amount of surrender, going with the flow with the situation, but it feels like they're doing it for your benefit in some way, because even under the my umbrella, he's climbed up on the back of this bird, and he's trying to protect this bird from the rain. He's trying to protect it from a storm. Even though to great damage or potential damage, that bird could turn around and snap at him, but he's still wanting to protect. It's a card of friendship here. So they've sort of surrendered to the flow of things in an attempt to perhaps make things easier on you. Now, when they convince themselves of this, it is actually being fueled by their insecurities. So it's an easy sort of escape route to say, well, you know, they're not ready for me, their position doesn't allow me to come in, but it's a perception. They don't actually know 100% where you're sitting unless they come towards you and ask you about how you're feeling, where you're sitting in the situation, and how you want to proceed moving forward. How are they currently feeling, please? What's going on in the current state of this situation? We have here, not today. It says, I'm not dealing, I'm avoiding a conversation. It says boundaries and still angry. I don't feel like they're angry, but I do feel like they're frustrated, and I do feel like they're restless when it comes to the lost potential or the unfinished business between the two of you. This person, it feels like a young person that has evolved, but it's like nothing's changed as far as their feelings for you. They may have grown in age and time, but their feelings for you have not changed. But your position has certainly changed. You have definitely evolved. You're sitting in this what they would perceive to be a very comfortable situation. So let's take a peek into the future and see, is this situation over? Are they going to come forward and make contact, or is this connection over? I'm going to switch the decks here. What does the future of this connection hold, Spirit? Is it over? Will this person come forward and make contact? So we already have the Strength card and the Page of Pentacles coming out reversed. We have the Page of Swords. Is this connection over, Spirit? Are they going to come forward? We have the Queen of Pentacles. So they're really watching that Queen. They're really watching your position. And they, especially if you are the Divine Feminine here, they are saying that they are uncertain about what lies beyond. The Seven of Cups. Can we clarify this, Spirit, please? the future of this connection. Are they going to reach out, or is it over? 5 of Pentacles. That Knight of Wands. This person could be a fire sign, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. It's particularly a Leo. We have the Strength reversed. The 2 of Swords. The 8 of Pentacles. The Ace of Swords. Back of the deck is the King of Cups, and we have the 5 of Wands with the 2 of Cups. If I'm honest, it doesn't feel over for this person. They don't know what to do. They don't know what to do. They don't know if they have the strength to create change, but it does not feel over for them. And I will ask Spirit ultimately advice for you of whether or not you should stick the fork in this situation and be done with it. But it's not over for this person. But they seem to be sort of waiting or something, waiting for your situation to change potentially, waiting for the confidence to catch up to them so that they can put the effort into walking through the unknowns. But they seem to have intent. It's like, but intentions, we often talk about on this channel about intentions paving the road to hell for us. And with this rose, like I said, it's a rose of hope. It's not a white rose though, it's a red rose. So it's fueled by like want and desire and empowerment. And we need empowerment. We need to avoid those thorns. We need to be empowered to create change here. And this person doesn't want to throw in the towel because the amount of connection that they feel with you, the amount of love that they feel for you is very profound. But again, some of that love is being fueled by jealousy and lust and very immature type of lower vibrational energies. Some of the, you know, the lower vibrational struggles that we all have to contend with, like feelings of insecurity, like comparing ourselves to other people. But they have such, like, there's soulmate energy here, and that's what they've convinced themselves of. And they recognize that they want transition. They want peace to come out of this situation. The 7 of Cups in the future position is really speaking about the options they still see and the fantasy that they are still holding on to in their mind. Can we clarify, please? The 7 of Cups. Yeah, they still have intent, but with time on reunions of coming forward. They have intent to come back together, to physically mix. But we do have this Page of Pentacles reversed too. This is what's fueling all of this. It's fueling, all of these energies from the past are fueling what's happening now. And what's happening now is fueling the future. And it is filled with a state of uncertainty in the present because of the 2 of Swords, because of this position of the Queen. And again, she is sort of the mom of the deck with those little rabbits at her feet. So I think that there could be family situations here that complicate things. But let's get Spirit's advice. Is it over, Spirit? Should they move on? Throwing out of the deck, Spirit has the Empress here with the Lovers. They're always very adamant about how this is our decision. They come over the top all of the time with that message about, we're going to give you our advice because you're asking for it, and that's our job, and we want to help you. But understand that it is your choice to make. The Lovers ruled by Gemini is a card that asks us to focus upon our higher thought, you know, looking at things from all different angles so that we can see things objectively and not make plans or not see things based on emotional desires, because sometimes Spirit gives us messages that we need, but not that we necessarily want to hear in that moment. You can see here that the Divine Feminine is looking up at the apple and there's a snake behind her. So there's a lot of temptation for you, if you're the Divine Feminine here, towards this person. But there's also, it seems like, a mountain of complications between the two of you as well. So they're asking us to kind of reflect upon what is actually fueling, what's fueling the desire here. Queen of Pentacles. I just saw the Page of Cups on the back of the deck. Can we clarify, please, the Empress? Ace of Cups. The Two of Swords. And you're in the exact same boat as they are. It's like you are, it's like you're in this protective stance either. You're not prepared to make that decision here. And here's the Watcher card. We have the Three of Wands with the Knight of Cups on the back of the deck. Because there is still potential here. It challenges you perhaps to consider the steps that need to be taken to fuel that potential, but there is potential here. Spirit's not saying you should give up. In fact, they're saying that you have a choice here, but you may not pursue. That's what they're saying. You may choose not to pursue. And you, for someone watching, you most likely won't pursue because of your current situation. But that's what these types of connections truly, they truly tempt us, or they truly push us towards these changes. They push us to reflect upon why we're feeling so dissatisfied in our current state to begin with. And are we attaching that dissatisfaction to people, places, and things when we should be turning that reflection inward? You know, if we can find a common ground, a peace within ourselves, oftentimes our outside world will mirror that with time. There'll be a delay, but it'll mirror that. They say there is potential here. You don't have to release this if you choose not to. It's not over for this person. And so now you have to come over the top, and Spirit's here to ask you the question, is it over for you? And if it's not over for you, what steps are you willing to take to create change here? Spirit doesn't see potentially, and I mean, this is them with what they perceive in your energy. And energy is always, you know, in motion. So your energy and your mood and your confidence will shift and change, and you can the present always holds this opportunity to create change. But they say you may decide to maintain a Watcher position. But there is potential for more here. It's not over for this person. And it doesn't feel like it's over for you either. But now we are being challenged with the steps, the practical steps that we're guided to take. And that's what the Eight of Pentacles is talking about. The Justice reminds us that the justice prevails depending on what we're fueling the energy with. Let's get an advice card for the future of this connection, please. Advice for the future of this connection, please. For pile 1, we have the Sacred Lotus. Compassion in action, the chosen tool. I see now the lotus in your spirit's jewel, and this is about expansion, about something in bloom. But it says compassion in action, and it's about creating a space for vulnerability. It's about us taking shots, taking risks, putting ourselves in vulnerable positions so we can move forward and ascend. We do have a distant kiss in a prayer flag. I wish of all wishes that you were here. Through sunlight and rain, I need you near. And it feels like a really distant dream. And it's only as distant as we allow it to be, is what Spirit is saying. Because, like I said, it doesn't have to be over here. This connection is still very strong. This person is still very much connected to you. They're just challenged by, it seems like they're challenged by your position. So you may be the one who has a lot of decisions to make moving forward. Let's get a charm bowl for you, pile 1. What is this person thinking right this moment when it comes to pile 1, please? What is their thoughts? Queen of Wands reverse, that you're not ready, that you're not prepared, that you fear change. And so because of that, there's a delay, and they're not ready. It's like you're both delaying your own gratification. The King and Queen of Wands both here. It's like soulmate energy, perfect pair in the bowl. Perfect. You guys are on the exact same page at this moment when it comes to your feelings for one another. And it's like both of your fear of change is a weakness that's stopping and delaying the gratification and the joy that could happen on the other side of this. Now, what's interesting is that sometimes, you know, we really just hope that these fated connections are strong enough that the universe will just step in and create change for us, but we are the universe. That's what Spirit says. You are the universe. We have this old marble. It looks like the World charm, or the World here. Unfinished business. We have the letters G and A and O today. Cancer energy in the bowl, and Virgo in the bowl. A big Empress shell. I think about motherhood when I see that shell, so take that as it resonates to your situation. Whoops. And there could be marriages for someone in this connection too. We have a ring here, but it says forever. On the other half of this ring is another ring that says friends. It's a puzzle piece. We also have the friendship rune here as well, and the 9 of Swords. So somebody's been overthinking this quite a bit, to the point of anxiety. And truly, I feel like there's a lot of restlessness and a lot of sadness associated, almost maybe even a depression associated with that Nine of Swords. All right, pile 1, that's what I have for you today. I hope that it resonates with you. And if it did, I would love to hear your story below in the comments section. And I would love for you to subscribe to this channel if you haven't done so already, and become a member of our beautiful soul family here. If you do subscribe, be sure to hit your notification bell and drop me a comment below so that I can enter you in for a chance to win a free reading with me. Congratulations to this month's winner. And if you do drop me a comment, if you are a subscriber, be sure to hit your notification bell so that I can contact you if you're chosen, because I've been having a difficult time getting a hold of my winner. So please be sure to check back your comment and hit your notification bell. I also offer private readings through my Etsy, and that account is below. I also offer a free mini read on a monthly basis on Instagram, and you can check me out there with my link below too. But I hope that you come back for another visit here at the Tarot Cottage, and I hope you have a great day. Hello everybody. In pile number 2, you were drawn to the clear quartz or to the 4-leaf clover, and this is your reading. Is it really over? Will this person reach out? Should you move on from this connection? The 4-leaf clover says great and good fortune. It's the 4-leaf clover is known for luck, so perhaps that will bring you some luck here in your reading. So let's take a look at their current feelings for you first and see if they have intention of coming forward, or if it's truly over between the two of you. And we'll get Spirit's advice as well about what path you should take. Of course, it will be your choice, but they will give you their 2 cents about the situation. So what is their current feelings for pile 2, please? In the connection on pile 2's mind, all those attracted to the clear quartz and the 4-leaf clover. Current feelings, please. Okay, so we're starting with the King of Wands, and it's being paired here with the Moon and energy. So this person could be suppressing how they feel about you, and they have been thinking about you quite a bit. They could be a fire sign, a Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius, but they're very focused. The King of Wands is a very focused person who has a clear objective about what they want, but there's uncertainty associated with that want, because there's an unknown that lies beyond that path that they want to take. What are they currently feeling? 3 of Swords. And the Queen of Cups. Back of the deck, we have the 4 of Swords so far. Let's clarify this little mini spread about feelings. Because the Queen of Cups is talking about a beautiful, loving energy. It's talking about permanent love. It's a love they want to protect. They want to protect you. You can see she's even underneath a parasol. We have the 4 of Wands. This person really does want to communicate with you, and here's the Knight of Swords. Even with the Ace of Pentacles, that's communication or new opportunities. They want to walk through this gateway of the 4 of Wands to speak to you, but they don't know. It's like they don't know what's waiting for them if they do. They don't know what's waiting for them if they charge forward. We have the 7 of Wands and the 4 of Swords. What they perceive to be waiting for them, though, is some obstacles. And we have the 7 of Wands with the 9 of Pentacles. So there's a lot of attraction that they have towards you in a very physical way. They feel drawn to you in a very sexual energy as well. It's really kind of fuels some of their feelings for you. But they do perceive there does seem to be people, perhaps, that are in the way of this situation. Third parties that could be in the way of the situation. 3 of Swords, which is creating a lot of sadness and a lot of obstruction, and really a huge wrench in the plans of wanting new beginnings. It creates a lot of unknowns because of the complications that lie there. And this person does feel like they have to suppress how they feel about you in their environment to perhaps protect that environment or an investment that they've made there. Yeah, they could have a family. You could have a family too. This could be a very double-sided type of energy. And that's what prohibits the transformation. You're stuck in a karmic cycle with this person. But there's the Nine of Swords and the Devil. So they are, I think they struggle. They struggle with the separation, and they definitely struggle mentally with thoughts of you, because it's like a consistent reflection that's almost they enforce upon themselves. It doesn't do them any good sometimes, because it just plummets them into a bit of a despair, if I'm honest. It's like ruminating over the same thought of you over and over, mistakes that they made over and over, because they're saying, I situated this, I'm creating this karmic situation with this spider, I've woven my own destiny, I've made my bed, and now I kind of have to lie in it. So let's take a look at their future movements towards you. I'm going to clear this deck, and I'm going to use a separate deck for that question so we can stay focused. Is it really over, Spirit? What is the future of this connection? You have the Death card. Should they give up on this connection? Is it over? We have the Four of Cups. We have the Nine of Wands. We have the Hermit. Is it over? Is there a future in this connection? We have the Knight of Cups. I'm also looking at the Seven of Pentacles and the Judgment, but I'm going to throw those back. The Queen of Wands. Back of the deck is the Two of Pentacles. There's this expectation from this person that they're going to make some sort of decision about you. It's like they're putting it off. It feels like they're putting off that decision because they don't feel like they have the power at this moment to wield any actual physical change towards you. But there's this admission of like, I know I have to figure this out. I know I have to figure out my path moving forward. And we have the Knight of Cups as well. So let's clarify this. And that's movement, but they're worried about it. I just saw the Nine of Swords. Let's clarify the Death card, please. The World and the Five of Swords. There's unfinished business here. The Eight of Wands. But they're also battling with their own ego right now, because they're battling with this message coming in from their ego that tells them that it's going to blow up in their face if they try to create change. And that's fueling all of this sense of helplessness or hopelessness to create change. It's fueling the apathy of the Four of Cups. It's adding to this frustration. Truly, they should sort of gear that frustration towards themselves. And I think innately they are frustrated with their lack of strength or their lack of courage in a situation. You have the Eight of Cups. And what's really messing with them is their fear of you are having already moved forward. They're saying he or she may have already moved forward. We have the Two of Wands coming out with the Two of Swords. And we have the Nine of Pentacles with the King of Cups. With the Seven of Swords. I'm going to clarify as I go here. So will they come forward with an offer? We have the Knight of Cups with the Eight of Cups. Can we clarify that, please, Spirit? The Three of Pentacles. The Seven of Swords. The King of Pentacles. We have the Seven of Wands and we have the Four of Cups. So the ego is fueling this sense of apathy, which is affecting the ability to create reunions here. It doesn't appear as a hopeless situation, although, to be honest, there is an it's unlikely that this person will be able to move towards you. It's unlikely that they will have the ability to move towards you. And so if you choose to, Spirit says that you may not feel fulfilled by this situation. They're not feeling fulfilled by their current situation, whatever the dynamics may be. They may be in another relationship. They're not fulfilled by that, and they want to move forward. They want to come forward with an offer. They are a little bit intimidated here, though, by the Queen of Wands. And if they do come forward with an offer, they may have to bring it forward in a very secretive type of way. So take that as it resonates. Let me clarify the Knight of Cups, please. The Ten of Swords. So if you are waiting for this person to come forward, Spirit says that you may be waiting. They want to come forward. It's not about wanting to come forward, but we do have the Ten of Swords coming out. And the Ten of Swords is sort of the closing of a cycle. It's letting go of something that our heart has become transfixed upon, especially if your heart is really fixated on this person making changes or making moves. That will be an unlikely outcome here. Can we clarify the Queen of Wands, please? Advice for pile 2. You could be a fire sign as well here. We have the Two of Swords reversed with the Ten of Wands. And they say that you may not even be prepared for change either. So they do say that this may be over. This may be over because of position. And it's definitely over for now anyway. Because the Seven of Pentacles says that what we're fueling indecision, and we're fueling the inability to commit into this situation. And if those are the seeds that we're planting, that can be the expectation moving forward. Spirit never wants to say that any situation is insurmountable, because the future is a very fluid thing, and we have the ability to maneuver our power within it. You know, we are manifestors. We can control our environment. But this is going to it's going to require a very practical, patient, methodical plan to create change within the dynamics of your environments. And because of the lack of effort in that direction, Spirit says it may be time to move forward from this connection. Let's get some advice for you. You have Pelican forgiveness. Let go of your judgments of the situation, including forgiveness for yourself, because that's where it has to start. You know, any transformation that we want to see manifested in the physical form, it begins inside of ourselves. We also have Otter. It's time to surrender and let go of control of the situation. Because when we let go, we allow the natural flow of things to begin. We allow the spirit messages to come in that give us signs and symbols towards the truths, the spiritual truths that are coming in, because we're very invested emotionally here. And when we're really invested emotionally, that can throw us off course and steal some of our objective. Guys, please press on too. We have blessings of abundance. And we have steady progress, Saint Teresa of Lisieux. The blessings of abundance is really here to combat this Four of Pentacles. And the Four of Pentacles has really sort of been it seems to be a collective theme right now of feeling helpless, feeling hopeless to create change. And it often is stemmed from just an inability of knowing where to start. As we said, you know, that transformation has to start inside of ourselves. And the thing that is fueling even the uncertainty, fueling the end of this connection, is our belief that we're not powerful enough to create change anyway. And because this is the belief that is fueling the inaction, it becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. Because if we think we can't, then we can't. But when we switch our focus to one of abundance, that's why the blessings of abundance came in, because the Four of Cups is actually a card that reminds us about what we have to be grateful for. And when it shows up in our reading, it means that we're blinding ourselves to all of the blessings we have in our life. That's a great way for us to be able to raise our vibration and to bring ourselves back up a little bit in the to lift our vibration in a very spiritual scale, is to start to feel abundant in that way, to appreciate what we have right in front of us, to appreciate our blessings. And that's how we make steady progress towards equalizing our energy. And when we're at a very strong, solid foundation of equilibrium, when we've made that progress, then that's a beautiful place to start fueling our manifestations. Whether it be in this connection or any connection, or whether it be in any realm of your life, it's a great time to fuel potential. But right now we're not fueling any potential. And because that seems to be the overarching theme, Spirit is saying that it may be time to remove ourselves from the situation, or remove our energy, call back our energy from anything that is holding it. Let's get a charm bowl for you, pile 2. Pile number 2, please. Advice from Spirit about this connection in the bowl. In the bowl today, we have the Page of Swords, the Death card. So I believe we started with the Death card, didn't we? Sometimes Spirit, they know that this is a difficult thing to sort of accept as well, because when we see the Ten of Swords, we haven't just gotten to the Ten of Swords because, you know, we're just giving up. It's been a process of pain that has brought us to this awareness. It's been a period of time where we've had to struggle through that suffering to get to that lesson. And the Death card reminds us that this cycle may be closing out, but what lies beyond it can be something so much more abundant that's waiting for us. They understand that we had our heart set upon this situation, and that we feel like there's something missing from our experience. But that's what these types of connections are supposed to actually teach us. Is it's supposed to bring us to an awareness that we are whole, that we don't require any other energy, any other person to fulfill us. It's wonderful when other people can share our experience and it can add to that abundance, but we are completely whole, that we're not, there's no deficit inside of us. But this Death energy is talking about the closing off of a cycle. Something that we're learning powerful lessons as well within this cycle. You may have met this person in school. We have the sun and it's burning out, this burned out. We also have a double-edged razor. We have the skull and crossbones. We do have the cactus, which is thirst. It's like thirsty for change, wanting change. We have the letter V. We have Sagittarius and a strawberry. And we do have the starfish, and that always sort of shows up, well, it shows up a lot, and because I think I have a lot of starfishes in that bowl or something. But I always think about soulmate energy because the starfish loses a limb. And when we think about our soulmates, we think about, or our twin flame, we think about a piece of ourselves that's missing out in the world. It's like it's something, a piece of our heart is gone. But that starfish is supposed to remind us that we are actually whole. It's just a perception of something missing. And it can regrow that limb over time if it loses it. And in the same way, over time we can heal this perception of loss, and we can feel whole even after great disappointment. All right, pile number 2, that's what I have for you today. I hope that it resonated with you. I would love to hear your story in the comments section if you feel called to, and if you do leave me a comment, be sure to hit your notification bell and subscribe to the channel so that I can enter you in for a chance to win a free reading with me. Congratulations to this month's winner. I also offer opportunities to win a free reading over on my Instagram account on a monthly basis, and I offer private readings through my Etsy account, and that link is below. But I hope that you do come back here for another visit at the Tarot Cottage, and I hope you have a great day. Hello everybody, and pile number 3, you were drawn to the red jasper or to the pineapple card, and this pineapple card says reconciliation. So this is your reading. The person on your mind, is it over? Will they reach out, and should you give up on this connection? So we have this pineapple energy, and it says it's about friendship. The pineapple is a symbol of friendship and reunions, and we have reconciliation here as well. So hopefully that will bring us some luck in your reading. Is this connection over? We're going to start with their feelings first. So we're going to start with their current feelings for you, and then we're going to see if they plan on coming forward. And then we'll get Spirit suggestion on whether or not this connection is over and whether you should move forward. So what are their current feelings, please, for pile number 3? The Temperance card. So this could be a friendship that you wanted to evolve. Maybe it's just a friendship. You feel really connected to them in some way. We have the Death card. I don't feel like they want to stay friends with you. If they are friends, I think they want more than friendship. We have the Five of Wands, because backup deck is Two of Cups. Yeah, it's like they have always perhaps been scared to sort of come forward with that information in the past. And this Death card, you know, sometimes the Death will come out, just like in pile 2, the Death came out first. And the Death came out, you know, as far as feelings here, but she's very heavily pregnant. It's about rebirth. It's like closing off one cycle to bring about a new cycle. And they do think about that. I think they want a new cycle to open up, but they are insecure about that. It's like they're patiently waiting perhaps for an opportunity. Can we clarify the Temperance, please? We have the Four of Pentacles. This person could feel like you or they are have control exerted over top of them. You know, it's like they're struggling trying to maintain the optimism, because they do feel like there are other influences that are heavily controlling what they are capable of doing. They may feel like they're stuck in a little bit of a karmic cycle right this moment with you, but even in the dynamics of where they're currently sitting in life. And they're not 100% confident that you feel the same way. They do think about communicating with you. But again, their confidence starts to distinguish or extinguish some of their hope. Their lack of confidence starts to extinguish some of that hope. We do have the Seven of Pentacles here in the High Priestess. They have a deeper knowing or a deeper understanding of this connection. I think that they kind of apply more. They could apply even soulmate energy. They could be somebody who's very intuitive, or somebody who has really delved into the spiritual realm in that way with this High Priestess, but also it's with the Seven of Swords. So I do feel like they're holding back how they feel about you. I think they've held back how they feel ever since the beginning of this connection, even when you guys were, you know, in community, or when you guys were talking, when you guys were hanging out. I think they hid themselves then, their truth about the situation. And they are still suppressing how they feel. I think sometimes they try to, it's like out of sight, out of mind. They try to suppress it even more so that they don't have to feel the insecurity, the worry. But they do think about communication. So, but there's a sense too of patience, like patience. And, you know, time waits for no one. And sometimes we'll have good intentions when we're like, well, I have intentions to come forward eventually, but that doesn't always equate to a happy ending. That doesn't always equate to fulfillment. It doesn't always, you know, equate to more down the line. So let's take a look at, do they intend on coming forward, or is this connection over? Do they have plans to come forward, or is this connection over? You have the Six of Wands. You have the Emperor. You have the Four of Pentacles. Page of Wands. Are they coming forward, or is this connection over, please, Spirit? You have the Nine of Cups. Back of the deck is the Chariot. Can we clarify this row, please, Spirit? Let's clarify this. Ooh. Okay, we have the Eight of Wands. The Knight of Pentacles, the Queen of Wands, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. We also have a lot of Taurus energy here. Queen of Pentacles. There seems to be sort of a battle between these two queens a little bit here. So there could be a third party in this situation, so please take that as it resonates. We have the Temperance, Six of Pentacles and Star. Spirit says that they do have intent of coming towards you. It's not over for them. It's definitely not over for them, pile 3. They do have intent to strike a new path, but it's not happening for some time. That's what the problem comes in now, is this decision that you have to make about the imbalance that you feel currently, because it's creating an insecurity in you. You're not feeling confident. It's stripping you of your confidence because of how long it's taking them to make themselves known, or to embark upon a brand new pathway with you. This Six of Pentacles, you can see there's a bunch of sharks here on the scale. It almost looks like they're on scales. All of these crows are devouring they look like sharks to me. And you know, sharks are very aggressive. They really take advantage of opportunities to improve their situations. In this case, these sharks have been taken, you know, because time waits for no one. And when we don't take advantage of opportunities, sometimes those opportunities flow the coop. Or flew the coop. I don't know what the proper way of saying it is. They haven't given up their hope. They have intent. I often say, and I say it a lot, that the road to hell is paved with those good intentions, and we need the practical steps to back up our intentions. You know, I can say all day long that I intend to lose 20 pounds, but unless I actually put my money where my mouth is and actually put those efforts in, I can say what I want all day long until I'm blue in the face. But they're like, I'm coming. It's like I'm so close yet so far away. Hold on, because the 9s are all about that last ditch effort towards an individual push, you know, holding on to something. All these apples, they're cut in half because there's desire, there's intent to fuel it, but it's like cut in half. You know, here's the key too, amidst one of these cups. So there is a huge delay waiting for you. That's what Spirit really wants you to know, that there is a big delay waiting for you. So it creates a bit of a question from your guides and angels, asking you, what are you prepared to take actions here? Are you prepared to sort of take back your power, take your voice back, and wield change in this situation? Because if you're waiting for them, you will be waiting, but they do have intent of coming forward. It's not over for them. Guys, please, for pile 3, should they move on in this connection? We have here the vision. You can see Virginia Woolf is holding her vision in her mind, and it's a manifestation. And that's how we create manifestations, is it starts with a spark, it starts with a thought, and then we have to fuel it. We have to stay focused, even amidst the insecurity. She's being sort of submerged halfway up, waist deep, but she's maintaining her focus. And so this is a card that encourages you, if this is something that you desire, and Spirit says it really is. The 9 of Cups is a wish, it's a dream. If it's something you really wish, then you can't let the shadows of doubt sink in. You have to stay focused. But there may be practical steps that you feel called to take to create change. They do say that there's a lot of devotion here, and that you're not prepared to release at this time. And it feels, the devotion is very sort of innocent and sweet in nature, if I'm honest, because I think we're dealing with friendships. It's easier to forgive from a friendship, you know, mindset than it is from a lover's mindset sometimes. Advice for pile 3, please. We have the House. Back of the deck is endurance. They say it's not over. Even this, it looks like a phoenix rising out of the ashes. We do have little dolls here that are skulls, which can really indicate, again, the length of time that we're waiting. She's holding on to that egg of potential, and she's holding on to the feather as sort of a symbol of her manifestation, a symbol of what she's trying to create. But it's going to require your endurance. That's the thing. Spirit wants you to know it's going to require your endurance. But they also see the dedication. They also see, you know, the connection and how intense you feel it. It definitely doesn't feel just like a friendship, though. It definitely feels like more. Advice, please, for pile number 3. Ooh. We have perception. We have some on the floor. We have confusion and recovery on the floor. The confusion card, you can see all the shades of gray. That could be how you're experiencing what this person is experiencing right this moment. It's the uncertainty and the fear that holds us in place. It holds your person in place too. And the only people who can help us escape from this prison is ourselves. We got ourselves into it. We can get ourselves out of it. It's like the prison of the mind is what we're dealing with when we have the confusion card. It's kind of like the Eight of Swords. An entrapment or a prison that is just a perception that we can actually escape from. But you hold the key. It's like, what are you willing to wait for in this connection? The future of this connection, please. Advice for pile number 3. We have Anthony's call. In thanks of spirit, safe and sound, all things that are lost so can be found. Saint Anthony was the patron saint of lost things. We have inner power on the back of the deck. By your own command, you brought yourself here. At this moment in life, you have nothing to fear. And that's truly what they're asking you. They're asking you if you have it in you with this inner power to trust in this situation, to trust in divine detours. We feel like this is lost to us perhaps, or it feels beyond our reach, but Anthony's call says that things that we feel are lost or beyond our grasp can actually still be refound with time though. They do want you to embrace the in-between. Whenever we see the Temperance card, it encourages us not to lie in wait. They don't want you to be sitting in a stagnation or a complacency in your life where you're passing up opportunities and passing up gateways and just waiting in misery for this person to make moves or for change to happen in this connection. They want you to enjoy the experience. They want you to enjoy life. That's basically what your guides and angels are saying. They want you to have fun. They want you to enjoy this experience because the joy is in the journey with the Temperance. And, you know, sometimes it can really represent a long road that leads us to success, but it detours, you know, it's winding road. It's not, as the crow flies, it's not straight from point A to point B. We have to take detours, and that's how we evolve. That's how we grow in awareness. And so that is the risk that this person does take, though, because they're choosing to kind of have a very slow progression. They are risking a lot of epiphanies and valuable time that you could be gaining awareness and gaining new perspectives on this situation. And there is the call too from Spirit as well about harnessing your inner power. And if you don't want to wait, if you want to create more of a momentum now, if you feel that there are actions you can take in this connection to move things along, you are encouraged to do that as well. But this situation does not feel over pile number 3. Let's get a charm bowl for you. A charm bowl, please, for pile number 3. What is your person thinking right this moment about reunions in the bowl with you? 9 of Pentacles. Ooh, they're gearing themselves up. We have the Ace of Wands, but then there's the delay. So we have the 9 of Pentacles, the 8 of Wands, and then the Ace of Wands reversed. So when this person thinks about reunions of you, they want to look good. It's like they're bringing forth this desire to like be at their best or be at their peak. They want to like look better than they've ever looked. It's like they want to impress you. So they may feel like they have to challenge themselves to get to a physical position. There's something about their physical position that plagues them. They worry about how they've grown or how they've evolved. But they want to communicate. They want movement. They want movement towards you. But then it's followed up by the Ace of Wands. This desire is fueled, it's sparked. This Ace of Wands is sparked, but it is reversed. So it does talk about delays and a bit of frustration associated with that as well. It's sort of that energy of, you know, when we always say things like I said, if I lose 20 pounds, I'll be happy. Or if I get married, I'll be happy. Or if I have children, I'll be happy. We put all of these caveats, we put all of these delays on ourselves because we think we have to create a perfect scenario or a perfect conditions in order to thrive. And that's not how life works. We can never prepare ourselves fully for change. That's the beautiful nature of change, is the unexpectedness of it. We have the letter J. We have here the steps of the Hierophant. I think about the Hierophant when I see those steps. That can talk about marriages or institutions that we're involved in within the dynamics of this connection. Something that is tempting us away from our positions. And position's important because we have the pretty dress here too, and the Chanel number 5. So somebody who does care about their position within the dynamics of this connection. We have the acorn. We have the acorn, and the acorn is the symbol of potential, and you feel it and they feel it. So the potential, the feelings between the two of you challenges this perception of position. We have the little animal print, and we have Anne, and we have the, I think of a fleur-de-lis. I don't know why I think of a fleur-de-lis with this. I'm from Ontario, that could be why. But also I think of a little sword of truth, justice, and we have the mermaid too. A seduction or a temptress. All right, pile 3, that's what I have for you today. I hope that it resonates with you. I wish you so much luck. If you choose to pursue this connection in the future, or if you choose to wait, your guides and angels are walking with you, of course. If this did resonate with you, I'd love to hear your story below in the comments section, and I would love for you to join our beautiful family here and subscribe to the channel and hit your notification bell and your like button. Even if you hit your like button, it really helps me to bring you guys more content, so I'd really appreciate it. You can check me out on Instagram, and you can check me out on Etsy for a personal reading. But I really hope that you come back here for a visit at the Tarot Cottage, and I hope you have a great day.